Alright guys, Margie tinkering back at you. Another truck talk. Today we are going to talk a little bit about what I've been thinking about on how we can improve for next year's elk hunt. Um, One thing that I'm going to personally work on, and then some equipment adjustments that I will be making and seeking out to improve upon. Because there's some things like I wish I had that I did not. First thing, I just want to be better and be in shape more. I did start working out before this elk hunt got up and going, and let me tell you, it made a world of difference. I have an archery deer tag. It's extended archery deer tag here in Utah. I went and did some hiking around for that one weekend, about 3 weeks before the elk hunt for me started, and I was winded for less than a mile and a half style of hike. Very little elevation change. And so I was pretty ticked. So next Monday I was in the gym. I was working out, trying to get better. And let me tell you, it made a world of difference. And just, I felt a lot better even with no weight on my back, and even with weight on my back. I felt loads better hiking around in the mountains. I don't know what to tell you, but just those small and simple things making great things happen. That's what I'm going to be working on for next year, at least personally. That's going to be my main big one. Other things I'm working on are mainly equipment based. I want to get some new boots. The boots I currently have are some Under Armour Cameron Hanes CH1s. Those came out around 5-6 years ago, and I have just worn them. There's nothing else to it. They did come waterproof, if I remember correctly. At least I knew I could step in puddles and my feet weren't getting wet, but I have just worn holes in the sides, and now my feet are getting wet. And when you're waking up and it is less than 32 degrees outside and it's raining, not snowing, it's just that really bitterly cold rain and there are puddles and you step right in them, yep, that will tell your foot to wake up immediately. So I'm looking just to get some new boots. The ones I kind of have my eyes on are the Crispy Guides, non-insulated, and then I'll either be rubbing mink oil or get their cream to make them waterproof. That's kind of what I'm looking at getting for footwear. Another thing is I am going to be working on my rifle, that 6.8 Western. I am going to be getting, what is it? I am going to increase the reliability of ejection. The nice thing about that Seiko 85 action is it is a controlled round feed action. The bad thing about it is the ejection angle. So most rifles, they eject to the side. This rifle, it ejects at like a 70-degree angle instead of really to the side, so it's more so up. And the problem I am running into with, say, my one-piece rail base, when I had that as it was hitting the rail and bouncing back in, I would say, to the opening, the hole before the chamber, so you'd have to clear that out with your fingers. I have cut up that single-piece rail, gone to two-piece 20 MOA rail, and I am now getting it to stovepipe. So a little bit better, so I can at least grab it, but it's still falling back in, not necessarily the chamber, but just that opening there. So I've done some digging online to see what other people have done, and I am going to be getting some equipment to hopefully make something to rectify and cure that problem that I'm having. And I'm going to test it out. And then if you guys are Seiko 85 fans, when I have it proved out, you let me know. And I will see if I can make this thing a reality to increase the reliability of ejection, not injection, ejection of the spent casings. And I'm hoping that it will be something that will attach to rifle scopes. So that way, if you have a 30 millimeter, 34 millimeter tube, 1-inch rifle tube, I think there's some 35s out there. I may have an answer for you, but that's going to take a little bit. I got to get some equipment for that first. And then the last thing that I would like to get is, and this is probably bottom of the list, is a different backpack. I just have a day pack. Great backpack. Great for deer, duck, coyotes. Great day pack. Just the cavity to where the meat goes, or where we're putting the hindquarters in, I would like it to be a bit bigger, and I would like to have a longer torso with an external frame on that pack. The next one that I get, just so that way I can put more weight on it. I'm going to be working out, so hopefully I can handle it, but that's what I'm looking at. And then there's actually one more thing, and that is just a good all-around coat or jacket. I prefer going with King's Camo. They're local here to Utah. So we have our outlet store for King's Camo. So I'm looking at one of their Hunter line, one of their Layer 4 jackets, if you know their system. Just waterproof, keep me warm, and also just was dealing with rain. It was cold. So I just want something to help with that better than what I have currently. It looks like they have them for a longer torso. So, and something that covers your butt, which if you haven't had a coat that covers your butt, it is wonderful. But that's just some of the stuff I'm looking at doing. I know it's more equipment based, but sometimes it may just be you need to increase your equipment and stuff that's surrounding it because of what you are learning. But anyways, guys, keep learning, keep doing better, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.